Oh, all right, there we go. All right, let's get right to the point. What about woman did you want to debate about?
Well, I mean, you blatantly lied and said looks, money, and status don't matter, and yet you have all three of those things I don't have.
Did I say they don't matter, or did I say you can still get chicks without all three? I mean, if you walk outside right now, and I don't mean just walking around your neighborhood when nobody's
I'm
out.
not
I
in my
mean, if you
neighborhood. I'm
walk.
at the mall right now. Do you want to see? Do you want to see? I'm at the mall
Oh,
right now.
no, no, no. This is perfect. This is actually perfect because if you're at the mall, you can see right now men. I mean, I don't need proof, but well, you got to go where people are, bro. You got to go where people are. If we're gonna prove this point, you got to go where people are. Yo, this dude, bro.
I mean, I don't see. There's not that many people here. I'm just at a store.
I mean, it's Friday at 5 p.m. The mall should be flooded. Well, I mean, the economy sucks, so yeah, never mind. Um,
Really, I've been longer past the game, but something busy.
and my point is, you're in public right now.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that there's spots at that mall that has people. You
Yes.
should be able to see with your own eyes in real life there's men that don't look that good that get chicks. There's men like me. I didn't have money until I was like 29, bro. From
Yes,
from
I know. I also work at a restaurant. I can see it even through the window, even though I don't go up front.
So yeah, like what's your disagreement, man? You see in real life every day people that don't have money, status, or looks getting chicks. What's the disagreement?
I don't.
You don't. You just said you do. You just said you work at a
No, I'm
restaurant.
saying I don't. I don't care that others do. I don't.
I mean, Triple Q, you gotta talk to chicks to get them, bro. By your own admission, you don't talk to anybody.
I mean, I did talk. You know, I mean, there was one girl that blocked me though. I wasn't like talking to her like that.
Did she block you as soon as you messaged her, or did she
No.
block you later on as time went on?
Um, it's just some bitch from an online, like from Genshin. Like I saw shit about it. It's hard to explain because you've never like played the game, but she got mad because I was using the thumbnails of some content creators on my old YouTube channel, and she was like, "Oh, you gotta stop shaming me," because I'm gonna be honest, I kept calling her a whore. Even
There
still on
you
my
go.
old channel.
There you go. There you go, man. When you speak, your hatred for women naturally surfaces, and they can see that.
I don't care. I like for 20 years I didn't like 20 plus. It's only like recently.
Why do you hate women so much, bro? What did they do to you? Well, I mean, you told me what they did to you, and you've retconned your story
What do you
later.
mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, so years ago when we called before, you said you hate women because of how your sister and your mom treat you, and then later on you changed your story and said that has nothing to do with it.
I mean, no, it's not changing my story. It's just I don't even like how my dad. I don't like how other people treat me in general. It's nothing to do with just like my mom. It's just annoying, right? It's just family. That's what I meant by that.
I mean, you put emphasis on your sister and mom back then. You didn't say anything about
Well,
your
I don't
dad.
like how my sister. Well, I don't like how my sister. She goes. She works in a lab. Right? She doesn't work at the restaurant anymore, and it would be nice if she did because it would just be kind of better if she was a good waitress. I don't really have like good waitresses.
Is that hard for y'all to just hire somebody else?
It's not that easy. Maybe you should be a manager. Maybe you should work at a restaurant. It's not that
I
easy. I
don't,
wish it
I
was that
don't,
easy.
I don't make slaves out of other human beings, homie. Come on, Triple Q. You
Okay.
always talk about the other book because you want people to be derailed, but you know, Triple Q, I don't make slaves out of people. Come on, buddy. You know.
Because you work
Look
as
at
an Uber driver.
That's not making slaves out of people.
I know, but it's not that kind of job I want. Like when the old restaurant closed, I had to work like with my parents a little bit just to make some money because the couple that took over and they destroyed the business. They didn't know what they were doing, but they're like sending money over or whatever from because they bought it, right? They came from like Mexico or whatever to buy the restaurant.
You just
and
don't,
I had to work as an
you
Uber
just
driver.
don't like talking to people. I mean, that's what it comes down to. You don't like people. You don't like interacting with people. So you limit the work you can actually do because in 2026, most jobs involve interacting with people to some degree.
So my mom does. She does interact a lot. It's just not that easy.
I mean, listen, man. You know I don't like people. It's
Yep.
not hard to, you know, to keep things to a level to where that doesn't show.
And yeah, my mom does keep it professional, right? She doesn't try to, you know. But even my dad is like, she's too afraid of them.
Nah, I mean, you know, if you're 24, I'm guessing your mom is at least 20 years older than you. So if she's like 44 or 45, she grew up in an era to where, you know, there was no internet. So interacting with people was mandatory. So even if your mom doesn't like people, at a young age, she learned that she had to contain that in order to survive. You grew up on the internet, so that's an ability you never really had to learn, unfortunately, and we see that a lot.
I mean, I still went to school. I still talked to people at school, and it's not like I talked to nobody.
And while you were in school, where you know, and you know, so I got a question because I want to say something to the audience, but would you get angry if I post this? Because if you don't want me to post it, there's no point in me saying what I'm about to say.
Just say it.
Because you know me, man, I gotta antagonize the cattle. Because you know everybody, you know, people are like, yeah, man, chicks that age are the easiest. That's why you go for them. Triple Q, man. You went to a public high school, right?
Yes.
So you were in a public high school. My comments say that's where the easiest chicks in the world are. What happened, man? You never embraced your natural desires to make it happen in high school?
No, I didn't care about one.
I mean, do you care about it now?
I mean, a little bit. Maybe more than a little bit.
Okay, so you were a late bloomer. Your hormones didn't develop, you know.
I mean, no,
early.
I still had. I mean, no, I still had it at the time. It's just, you know, I knew better. It's like how people are saying, how you always say, oh, they know better than to debate me. I just knew better because I knew what was gonna happen if I had talked to one of them that I liked. They're gonna reject me or whatever, or say shit like, oh, I'm lesbian, I have a girlfriend or whatever.
Bro, seriously, one rejection? One rejection?
No, I've never been rejected. Like I've never asked.
But this is what I'm saying. You don't talk to women because you're afraid of a single rejection, bro.
It's not even just that. And you know, I don't want to go and just be with a bunch of whores, for like a better word. You know what I mean? Like my dad married my mom, and my mom is not like that, and my mom and dad are still together. You know, I don't want to be like you and go with a bunch of different women.
This is the thing, though. This is something that I have to stress. This is what I want people to understand, okay? There's no way for me to say this without me looking some type of way. I know I'm gonna get judged for what I'm about to say. No. It's not even that. The situation you're talking about where you have a dad that met your mom while she was young and they lived together happily ever.
I mean, not young. Like he got married when he was like 30.
Oh, so they didn't meet in high school.
I don't know about that.
Do you?
I don't really know my parents.
You gotta ask the questions, bro. Because, well, I mean, but nonetheless,
I don't
okay.
like my parents. Why would I ask them questions like that?
I mean, I don't like my parents either, but I still managed to get some key details so that I don't end up like them. You get what I mean? There's nothing wrong with gathering data. But this is the point I'm trying to make, right? Even if you're not sure they met each other in high school, let's just say they met each other when they were 20 or 30 or whatever, they got married, lived happily ever after. If you're saying your dad didn't get married until 30, he probably had experience with women before he met your mom. The reason this is
not that kind of experience. Not whatever you're trying to imply.
This is the point I'm trying to make, okay? This is not gonna make me look good what I'm about to say, but this needs to be said. I've met plenty of couples like what you're describing, with a man meeting a woman, they get married, they've been together 20, 30, 40 years, and he thinks everything is groovy, not knowing that his wife is fucking a guy like me. And why this happens is a twofold reason. The first reason is not what you're thinking. You yourself admitted that women put on masks, right? You've admitted that women will be what they need to be in order to secure the guy. If
not my fault they're sneaky.
What was that?
I said not my fault that they're sneaky like that, sneakier than men.
But listen, this is the point I'm trying to make. If you are an inexperienced man, how are you going to be able to tell when the mask is on? A major reason a lot of guys that don't have experience end up having these kinds of problems later, where they're loyal to their girlfriend or their wife, but their wife is not loyal to them, is because they don't have the experience to know how to identify women that are like that in the first place. They fall for the mask, they think they've met a unicorn, and then later on in life they see that's not the case. Because
my mom's not like that.
How would you but you admitted you don't talk to your mom. You don't ask her questions, so how would you know that?
because I you know what? I literally work with my parents. I live with my parents. I know my mom doesn't go out and do that kind of stuff. Whatever he was trying to imply.
Yeah, you also said that your sister is a virgin in college too. Listen, man, you could be right.
I can't hear. It's too loud. Can you repeat that?
I said, yeah, and you also claim that your sister is a virgin in college. Listen, man, you could be correct. You know, your mom and your sister could be unicorns. My inner voice is telling me that's not true, but we'll play devil's advocate and say that you were born into a family of unicorns. The reason you need to get experience with women in the first place is because how were you going to know? It's a twofold thing, right? First of all, how are you going to know how to spot a unicorn from women that are just putting on acts so you don't ever see how they really are? And the second part to that is, if you do attract a unicorn, how the fuck are you going to keep her if you don't know what to do? Experience is important.
My dad didn't know what to do, and he kept going. You know what I mean? Like, not every woman is like that. Like, you're not that kind of guy, right? You've been with so many, so that's what you're gonna attract. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Using your own logic against you.
The thing is, the thing is, though, I don't have the issues that other men have. You get what I'm saying? Because I have experience, I know how to pick chicks correctly, and I know how to maintain that. Unfortunately, I had to end all my previous relationships because you know, Triple Q, man, you know the path I've chosen. Beyond a certain point, it's not just a woman giving you peace. Beyond a certain point, it's a woman being strong enough to take this path. I had to cut off a bunch of chicks recently, you know, because they met the bare minimal requirements, what you're talking about with your mom and dad, you know, They give you peace, but unfortunately, to take this path, they weren't strong enough for that. So I have different types of problems. You feel me? I don't. This whole thing about getting the first base and making sure chicks don't cheat on you, I don't have those problems. I got different types of problems.
Okay. I'm not really sure what you're trying to say here.
Yeah, Triple Q, he's gonna do plausible deniability. He knows exactly what I'm getting at. He even he
No,
even
I really
hinted
don't.
to it. Now he even hinted to it the last time we spoke.
Hinted what?
Don't worry about it, man. But my point is, it's kind of like these video games you play, right? When you had no experience, you were a completely different player than when you finally did get experience, right?
I mean, even with Genshin, it's like, yeah, sure, when I first started the game, I was even worse, but it's not like I've gotten that much better. I'm really not very good.
I mean, what does your generation say? That's a skill issue, right?
A Blitzler. Yeah.
I mean, experience is only part of the problem. You're not putting yourself into positions to interact with more women. So, again,
Why would there's just gonna be bad experiences?
I mean, that may be true, but you need those bad experiences to grow stronger as a person and to learn how to deal with women better. How are you going to keep a unicorn if you have no experience with women? How are you going to spot a unicorn if you can't even tell the difference between... Because, yeah, all women aren't like that. Women treat me very well. But do you know why women treat me very well? Because I don't give my energy to the chicks that are like that. Because I have the experience, it's very easy for me to tell chicks that are wearing a mask and chicks that are genuine. So as a result, I don't have the problems that a lot of men bitch about. Whatever you said, I couldn't hear you. Your audio.
Then just because they go for bad women, like ones of obvious like red flags.
You said that's because you go for bad women?
No. I'm saying because those guys, the ones that are complaining, is because they go for bad women.
But this is what I'm saying, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. The vast majority of bad women, to an inexperienced guy, they don't appear to be a bad woman. These are women that appear to be loyal on the surface, and then when you dig deeper, this is what I'm saying. Without the experience, you're not going to be able to see through the mask, bro.
You would trust a girl with a bunch of tattoos?
But this is what I'm saying. Tattoos are an obvious red flag. There's women out there with no tattoos, no piercings, who, on the surface, they appear to be the best woman ever until you dig deeper and then you can see, how it really is.
Not my fault they were raised badly.
Being raised badly has nothing to do with it, bro. It's...
Really? My mom was raised good. You even said yourself, even if you save like a whorehouse or whatever, she's just going to teach her daughter to do that because, I got your husband. Look, I got my husband in the end. He can save you as well. I got saved. You can be saved as well.
I mean, do you know your mom's lay count? Have you ever asked her?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't ask her, like, this is like, girls, I'm not going to talk to my mom about that. But she was a virgin until she met my dad. And of course, you're just going to say bullshit. You can't possibly believe that.
You just admitted yourself that you're not going to dig deeper into that because she's a woman, because she's your mom. Why not dig deeper?
No, because I've asked her, but what's going to happen is you're going to say, because you're the inexperienced guy, she's going to lie to you. Like, I can't win this.
I mean, if you want, you could get your mom on the debate and I can get the truth out of her for you.
No, she's not going to do that.
See, there we go.
No, she's not going to do that because she literally, does not like you. Even my dad doesn't like you.
If she doesn't like me, why does she watch my video? This is what I mean. This is why you
because
gotta get experience.
No, because she doesn't like. She wants because she doesn't like how I'm at the stuff I'm saying, right, at work and stuff. Because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. For a long time, I've called the waitresses bitches, and I've called them whores, and I can get away with that.
That
Just gonna be honest.
that has nothing to do with me, though. I'm not telling you to do that.
But okay, but I get angry. Why does the fucking pedophile get rewarded by a grown woman? You know, and I don't. I'm not a bad person.
Then this is what you don't understand. Oh, no. You do understand it because you've quoted it yourself. Nature doesn't care about morals. You said it yourself. That's why. You're focusing on the human invented concept of morality, right? You asked, why does a pedophile get rewarded by women? I'm going to counter that with my own refutes. When you observe nature, younger chicks like older men, and older men like younger chicks. It's natural. So obviously the dude who's obeying and understanding natural law is gonna get rewarded by the universe itself, by nature itself, because I'm doing what is natural. Obviously. You know, but see, despite knowing the answer to your question, it bothers you because you don't like how reality is. You think
Zamasu didn't either.
What was that?
I said Zamasu doesn't either. He didn't like reality either.
He's a fictional bro.
My idol. And Zeno.
Come on, man. We got to focus on real life, okay? You know, and I know people are gonna see this video and they're gonna be like, aha, see, he admitted it. Listen, man, I'm not like the people who pretend like they care about morals. I don't give a fuck about morals. I care about real life. I care about what is real. I care about what is true, and I care about what is natural. The difference between me and you is I saw from a young age how women actually are, and you know, initially, you know, when you're like 12, 13, you do judge them because you don't really understand what's going on. But then as you get older and you see a consistent pattern of behavior, you're just like, this is just how it is. So then when you become an adult, assuming you did get it from a young age, you're just like, this is the reality of the world. I can either oppose what's really going on and live in denial, or I can just accept this is how things are, and you know, this is what I gotta do to, you know, in order to get what I want. You feel me? Because I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, Triple Q. Women are not gonna change. You're not gonna get teenage chicks to stop going for older men. It's not gonna happen. There's a reason why these girls have posters of all of their favorite guys on the wall, and most of those guys are grown men. You're not gonna get them to stop. The only thing you can do is deny how things really are. You asked. Oh, go ahead.
And guess what? I'm saying, guess what? Guess what? If you have no morals, guess what was allowed like 200 years ago, or even 100 years ago, like slavery, people being like trying to kill people for just being gay or whatever.
I mean, that still happens, unfortunately.
Yes, but it's like it's not the same as it used to be. It's not like normal, for lack of a better word. It's not what most people do. Or at least it shouldn't be what they do.
Only because now you can actually face prison time for doing that kind of stuff, because governments around the world, you know, they change their law. That's the only reason people don't openly do it. You know this yourself. There's still a lot of people out there who are homophobic, who don't like gay people. There's still a lot of people out there.
They can get punished for it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the only reason it's different. Nature doesn't change, okay? People were gonna be racist, people were gonna be sexist, people were gonna be misogynist. That hasn't changed. The only thing that has changed is the laws of society will punish you for it. But in terms this morality bullshit, people don't follow it. But people will pretend to follow it for self-preservation so they don't get in serious trouble. You yourself have typed comments asking me how do you get revenge on women. So you know.
Yeah, I don't need to ask you about that.
Yeah, because I don't want revenge on women. Women treat me well.
No, but, I mean, like I don't need to ask you for that. I already know how.
This fucking guy, bro. But
No,
this is
no,
the
I'm
point.
kidding.
This is the point I'm trying to make, okay? You gotta so it's a couple of things with you, right? You don't like reality. You don't like how things are. You want to be like Zamasu. You want to change reality. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be able to change natural law. This is how women naturally are. It's been ingrained in them for thousands of years. You're not going to be the one dude that gets them all to change. Sorry to tell you. Now, what can happen, though, is you can get them to just hide who they really are for a more prolonged period of time, like in modern society. You said your mom hates me, but she watches my videos, okay?
The only reason she watches is because she wants to know why I act differently now, because I used to not be so hateful.
Triple Q, I'm gonna be blunt with you. You still kind of, even though you don't like women, deep down inside, you kind of see men and women as the same. You think because a guy watches a video, it's the same reason a woman watches a video. Yeah, your dad legitimately watches my videos because he doesn't like me. That is true. He genuinely wants to know.
He doesn't watch your videos.
You just said he did, though, a few minutes ago.
No, I'm saying my mom would see it and she would be like, I don't know how to explain it other than she would just play the freaking video and I'd tell Mom, stop playing, like I don't want to hear his voice. But even my dad doesn't want to hear your voice.
Well, exactly. You said your dad, but this is what I'm saying, right? Women don't watch videos of men they don't like. They're not men. A man will watch a video of a guy he doesn't like because he's trying to get ammo. You know what I'm talking about because you do it. He's trying to get ammo to use against that guy later. That's not how a woman's brain works. One of the few truthful things my mom ever told me is that women are cats. What do cats do if they don't like you? They walk away, right?
I mean, I don't know. I've only interacted with like one cat.
What the fuck? You got it, man. Cats are awesome. You got it.
Well, women are like cats, and I don't like cats.
Oh my god.
I don't like dogs either.
This dude.
Also, my mom is like allergic to dogs. She doesn't like cats. I don't want a pet.
I mean, this is what I'm trying to say, right? If women don't like a guy, they show indifference. Okay? If cats don't like you, they walk away, they show indifference. Women don't watch videos of men they don't like.
She only watched a couple. Okay.
And every time she catches you watching them, she tries to make you stop, right?
Yes.
Do you know which video made your sister cry? You never.
Okay. I even got into an argument about this with her, and she was like, "Remedy, you have a bad memory." It's not like it's not like the video itself made her cry. She just got upset because she doesn't like how I am now versus how I used to be. That's what got her to.
How did you use? To my knowledge, you've always been the same. How did you used to be?
Less hateful. I wasn't saying the ridiculous shit that I do now.
I get it. It really bothers you because you know who these women are going for. It really bothers you that the people in your mind who have no morals are the ones getting rewarded. That's just how it is, man. You know? Morality is a human-invented concept. It doesn't exist in nature. So obviously, the people that follow that morality bullshit, they're going to be at a disadvantage compared to the people who just do what thou wilt, who understand natural law, who do what they want, who don't worry about that stuff.
Isn't that the right solution?
You said that's not the right solution?
No, I said Zeno had the right solution.
I mean...
My dream.
There was a character in Assassin's Creed 3 named Achilles Davenport. You know, he was the mentor of the protagonist. The protagonist, Connor Davenport, he kind of thought like you. He always thought in ideals You know, he always thought in fantasy, and then Achilles had to tell him, life is not a fairy tale, and there are no happy endings.
As you've told me this before.
It's got to sink in, man. Zamasu is a fictional character.
Created by a human, though.
You gotta look at real life. You gotta just see how things are in real life. You feel me?
Oh, real life is wrong. How about that?
I mean, that can be your opinion. You know.
Yes.
I mean, right and wrong, again, those are human invented concepts, human invented morality. You know, it can be your opinion that real life is wrong, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You're still alive. As long as you live in real life, nature's laws apply to you, even if you think they don't. Plus, realistically, Triple Q, if you did have the option, would you date a girl who's 24? Would you date a girl who's your age? Be honest.
Yes. Yes.
You would?
You said that's just you think because you're like that. You're trying to project onto me.
No. I'm just asking because you know what comes with a 24-year-old woman, right? You know, right? You know.
You know what, man? I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of working on it, but I would watch porn. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, you gotta. I mean, do you want to have a family someday, or do you not want kids at all, or like?
I mean, I'm conflicted on it because, well, I don't know if you guys have posted that he's like gay, or he's not straight. But he does have a boyfriend. But he just but he's a whale. And one of the things he said is like one of the secrets is you want to make like the money that he does because he's rich. He lives in California. He has enough money to really whale for characters like that. He is like one of the secrets is to not have kids because they cost a lot of money. You know. And to be honest, I don't like kids. But no.
I mean, in that case, yeah. I mean, if you don't want to have children, then it doesn't really matter. Like, well, I mean, it still matters. You don't want to be dating chicks that give you chaos, but if you don't have to worry about if the woman will be a good mother or not, that's already one thing you don't have to worry about. So, good luck finding a 24-year-old unicorn, though. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Like,
I did.
I mean, I don't know.
I know you're gonna say it's because they're I know you're gonna say it's because they're religious, but hey, maybe they're religious.
That has nothing to do with it. The final form of a whore is a church girl. If anything, you saying your mom is religious, that actually makes me think even more that she's not a unicorn. Because why is she religious in the first place? Is she one of those chicks who had her fun while she was younger that went to God for forgiveness?
No, it's because their parents are religious and they taught her that.
And see, that's what I'm saying, man. The freakiest, most sexual girls on planet Earth are the religious ones. So you telling me your mom is religious, you telling me that your parents are religious, that's just making me think even more she's not a unicorn.
She was born in Albania, not America.
I don't even know where Albania. I think that's in Europe.
Next degree.
Triple Q, you know most of the chicks I fucked are foreign, right? That not being born in America stuff, that doesn't matter. Woman, you can't. Nature always wins, man. Humans have natural desires. That doesn't go away just because you were born in a different country.
Whatever. Like, because I can say anything, but you're just gonna deny it anyways. You just can't possibly believe that my mom could really just, maybe she's a weirdo in the sense that she didn't. And honestly, it's a good thing that she doesn't do that kind of stuff because it's honestly gross.
I think it's not going to happen, but I think if I got 5 minutes to speak with your mom, I think we would get the truth out of her.
I think you're wrong.
Because
I know you're wrong.
This is why experience is a good thing, man. I've engaged with many of the types of chicks that you think your mom is. Religious chicks are the freakiest, most sexual chicks on planet Earth. The final form of a whore is a church girl. Some even admit this to you. So some admit that's why they're religious. They admit it to you.
Sucks to be them.
Plus, I'ma also keep it a stack, man. The main reason I don't think your mom is a unicorn is because I'm looking at you. You're not the byproduct of unicorn parents. And I don't mean
What is that supposed to mean? You trying to make fun of my looks?
No. I don't mean your physical appearance. I mean you. You're not the byproduct of two unicorn parents who get it.
What is that supposed to mean?
Triple Q, bro. You know what I'm getting at, man.
No, I really don't know what you're getting at. Just spell it out.
Well, a couple of things. For one, you're extremely antisocial. You don't like interacting with people, which rightfully so. I don't like interacting with people, but I get it done. But the difference is your antisocialness is so extreme that you've never even spoken to a woman that you desire because by your own words, you don't want to get rejected. If you had unicorn parents, they would have taught you one of the correct things that my parents did, and they were not unicorns. You know, when I was 4 or 5 years old, I didn't want to talk to people. They made me interact with other kids around the neighborhood. So from a very young age, I knew how to interact with other people. I didn't care about rejection. I got into an argument with my mom because she claimed that I was going around kissing all the blonde kids. And I'm like, man, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because at the time, I was in denial that I liked blondes. And then you know those old fucking things? They weren't cameras, but those old things that used to take pictures and you had to look close into the lens to see the picture. She showed me pictorial proof of me kissing one of my blonde cousins when I was 5, and I'm like, oh damn, I couldn't argue with the proof, right? But so, and again, my parents were not unicorns, but at 5 years old, I didn't have the problem that you have at 25, 24, right? So when I say you're not the byproduct of unicorn parents, there's just very basic stuff that never got instilled into you because it's very clear to me that, you know, your parents kind of just, you know, let you do whatever you want and never really gave you any kind of training, so to speak.
They also work like dogs, to be fair, especially when I was younger.
I mean, same with my dad. They had to force him to medically retire because this motherfucker, he was trying to work while he had strokes, and they were like, nah, you gotta, we're gonna medically retire you. Enjoy your time off, right? They had to make him stop working. He dropped out of high school to work, and he worked that same job until he was 60. They had to make him stop working. So
my dad's still working even though he's 60 plus.
The same thing's probably gonna happen to him. They're probably gonna make him medically retire. Enjoy your vacation. That's what they told my dad. And I even told my dad, I'm like, Dad, you should just stop working. And he, you know how it is. You know, adults feel like kids don't know anything, so they don't listen to kids. And then after my dad did medically retire, he's like, I should have listened to you. I'm making more money now than I ever was when I was working. And I'm like, told you. Some kids know stuff. Not many of them, but some of us did. You feel me?
Okay.
My whole point is, again, you think your situation is unique. The more you speak, the more we can see your situation isn't unique. And even if your situation was unique, you're not the byproduct of unicorn parents. And again, I'm not saying that because I'm trying to insult you any more than necessary for the points. I'm saying this because unicorns are not. It takes. Let's just ask the very obvious elephant in the room. How much work and effort do you think it would take to attract a unicorn in the first place, man? If your mom is a unicorn, how much work and effort did it take for your dad to attract her and keep her? We'll play devil's advocate and say you're right. How much work and effort do you think that required?
I don't know.
Exactly. You don't know because you're not putting in the work because you don't want to get rejected. Like, dude, it's just what's gonna happen? You talk to a chick, she rejects you, then what? What's gonna happen? Nothing, right?
What do you mean nothing?
It's not that big of a deal, is what I'm trying to say. You talk to a chick, she rejects you, then what?
It's gonna hurt.
I mean, maybe the first time it happens, yeah. But after the second
What
time...
about 100 times?
I mean, it's not that big of a deal, bro. I get what you're saying.
Even Pete, you remember he linked that video? It was about as you said in the comments, socially awkward weirdo who doesn't know what he's doing. He has like 100 girls. And they rejected him.
Listen, bro. Listen. You don't just walk up. That's first of all. That's not what you're supposed to. You don't just walk up to 100. No.
I mean, it was just a video.
That's not. That's why he got rejected because they sense that he's thirsty. Listen, bro. This is the correct way of doing it. Right?
So a thirsty guy can't get like, come on.
No, a thirsty guy can get laid. One of my homeboys. Well, it's not really a homeboy. He's just a dude that I knew. You know how it is, man. Around the neighborhood, there were people that you knew, but they weren't your friends, but they were, like, around. You get what I'm saying? Kind of like the situation you claimed you had with Logan. He wasn't really your friend, but he was around. It was one of those situations. This dude, I mean, he did what the guy in the video did. He would just walk up to 100 different chicks. And he would get some of them. But I didn't talk to that guy for like fucking 10 years. I saw this dude at the pool, at the Drew Hill Park pool, and motherfucker grew his hair like 10 times longer, so I didn't recognize him. And he's looking at me, he's like, dude, I know you. And I'm like, do you? He's like, yeah, aren't you that Chris guy? I'm like, who are you? And he's like, Dominic. I'm like, oh yeah, you're the thirsty guy. Right? I told him this to his face. This motherfucker he has 2 kids and the third on the way, and his brother has 5. So, no, thirsty guys can get chicks. And yeah, they will get rejected 100 times. But you don't got to do all that, man. You don't have to just walk up to every chick you see trying to get some ass, bro. You don't have to do that. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. It will work eventually, but come on, man. Don't you want more efficient results?
How about the loyal woman?
What was that?
I said, how about just a loyal woman? Like you've never kept any of them.
I broke up with the exception of 2. I've broken up with every girl I've been with. They were loyal to. See, loyalty wasn't the problem. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about because the video was on. I get it, but loyalty is just a bare minimal requirement. The path I've chosen, you need to be a bit stronger than just having loyalty. You get what I'm saying?
They also have to agree that the root word of belief is lie.
That's not an issue, right? It's not. I mean, you yourself called it grooming. You said that I groom women, that I train women. You said this yourself.
I never said that. Someone else said that. I didn't say grooming specifically. That's what that other guy said. I'm being serious. That's what that other guy said. It's not me. I didn't say. I said pedophile. I didn't say grooming.
Okay, so okay, fair enough. You didn't accuse me of breaking the law. Fair enough. Okay, but you did insinuate that I'm training girls to be the way I want them to be. You did insinuate that. Can you at least be honest?
You insinuated the Nazis invented autism.
I see where you're going with it. Fair enough. I didn't insinuate that, but fair enough. I get what you're saying. You're gonna imply that I'm taking what you said out of context. Fair enough. Alright, let me try this a different way. Okay? Getting women to want to take this path isn't the hard part. I'm gonna make a video about this probably next week. You're gonna meet a lot of people who talk the talk, but when it comes time to walk the walk, that's where they fail. The chick that you know I dated, Hope. The day I broke up with her, you know what she told me? If you break up with me, I'm just gonna go back to exactly how I was before I met you. And she meant that, and she did. But the thing is, these girls can never unsee the videos, they can never unsee the proof, they can never unread the book that you're gonna, you know what I'm talking about. They can never unsee all that stuff. So they'll try to go back to the way they were before, but it doesn't really happen because they always have that memory. So now I've learned my lesson. I don't tell them anything unless they've shown they can go all the way, man. The most I've done recently is I asked a chick, is that your inner voice singing that, or is that your heart singing? No, actually, no. That wasn't the most recent. That was before. Because one chick was trying to figure out my age, and I'm like, what is your inner voice telling you? Her inner voice told her my correct age, but because in her mind I didn't look that old, she was bullshitting. She's like, 21. I'm like, no. What is your inner voice saying my age is? I don't know. I don't have an inner voice. No. You have an inner voice. Because she didn't want to say it. Because she didn't want to be wrong. Because she didn't want to get rejected. You're going to pretend like you don't understand what I mean, but you understand the thought process. So I asked her one more time. You do have an inner voice. What age is it saying? And she's like, 29. I'm like, you were off by a year. But see, your inner voice told you, that I'm way older than you thought I was. And she's like, well, how does that work? I'm like, it's the natural feeling that you get. Now, that was all I told her in terms of this path, but even that was too much, man. So it's not loyalty. I don't have issue keeping chicks loyal to me. It's the other stuff that, if they can't go any further, if me telling you have an inner voice already bothers you, how the fuck can you go further than that? You get what I'm saying? Me and you just have different goals, man. You're looking for the basics. I already got the basics. That's why I'm focusing on the harder stuff. And even with you, man, I think if you get a girlfriend that's loyal to you, I think if you get a girlfriend who only does the basics, even you're gonna eventually see that this isn't enough. She's just doing like the bare minimum.
What do you mean? You're 32. Say you're good with women. Why are you not married?
Why the fuck would I get married? What? This dude.
No,
why? You're funny. Oh, Triple Q.
No, I'm
funny.
not.
Come on, Triple Q. You gotta stop trolling, bro.
I'm not trolling. I'm being 100% serious. Didn't you say you want kids or something like that? You're not gonna get married,
bro.
I mean, I know you can.
You gotta stop trolling, man.
Why? Why would you do that?
Why would you? Triple Q, you don't have a religion. You don't need religion to have kids, bro. You don't even follow God.
No, I'm not talking religion. I'm saying marriage.
Triple Q, marriage is something that was invented from religion. You do know that, right?
No, but also there are people who are not.
What do you mean, no? Marriage literally originates from religion. People didn't get married. Again, we gotta come back to planet Earth, bro. There was a point in time where humans were reproducing, marriage didn't exist, religion didn't exist. You don't need marriage to have kids. You know something funny? I'm gonna blame you for this, man, because my last booty call blocked me because of you guys, bro. That video where I was making fun of Jesus, she saw that video and blocked me.
Okay, hold on. I would, as you say, booty call, care about Jesus.
Because the night before when I was sleeping with her, she asked me the same question you did. She's like, "So, do you want to have children?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, she asked the same type of question, right? You're in your 30s, you know. Who are you looking to marry? And I started laughing at her. I'm like, who said anything about marriage? Like, what are you talking about, right? And she's like, wait a minute, why don't you want to get married? And I was explaining to her the same thing I'm explaining to you. You don't need marriage, which is a religious concept, just to reproduce. And she's like, you're going to have children out of wedlock? I'm like, yeah, why not? We were doing that before marriage and religion was invented, so why not? And then she starts talking. Keep in mind, this is a booty call. Why the fuck are you talking to me about Jesus when you're a side piece? Exactly, right? Now, I didn't say that out loud because, you know, she had a nice body and I wanted to keep fucking her, but then the next day, man, I'm driving home. I'm making fun of Jesus, and you know, she saw that and blocked me. She unblocked me 5 days later and asked me to come over, but I'm like, nah, I'm good. That's like, you blocked me, keep me blocked. We don't gotta spin the block again. You feel me? But Triple Q, man, you know you don't need marriage to have kids, man. Come on, man, you gotta stop trolling, bro. Like, you know, man.
So what? You just gonna with multiple women? Like, what are you trying to say?
Thank you.
Why?
Understand.
I don't understand. Why do you think you need marriage to have kids, bro?
No, I'm saying because if you're not married, you're probably gonna just go with another woman. Am I wrong for saying that?
Marriage, loyalty. You don't need to be married to be loyal to one person, bro. Like,
okay, I know that, but still.
I think I get what you're saying. What you're really asking
you understand what I'm...
Yeah, what you're really asking is, how do you keep chicks loyal to you if you tell them you never plan on marrying them, correct?
I mean, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Because again, you don't understand how women actually think. That's why I'm telling you, you need to get experience. You think you need marriage to keep a woman loyal to you, and you don't.
Okay.
Hence why I don't need marriage. Like, chicks have tried, man. Like, people don't want to admit this out loud, but chicks be trying to trap guys just like guys be trying to trap women, man. They be trying to get me to have kids with them, but it's like, nah, I'm in full control of my bodily fluids. Women ain't got no power over here, buddy. But you don't need marriage to keep a chick loyal to you. You don't need marriage to have children, so why get married? You get what I'm saying? How would it benefit me to get married?
Maybe I'd like to get married and have 2 kids. You know, me and my sister are twins. Maybe I want to have twins.
Oh, Triple Q is admitting he cares about his sister. Isn't that sweet? The thing is, though, and I'm going to ask you, you don't follow God, to my knowledge, so why do you want to get married? What does it benefit you to do so?
I mean, doesn't it help with, like, income or whatever? Joint income?
I mean, you can combine your income without marriage.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need marriage to... I mean, you can put your girlfriend on your health care, if that's what you want to do. You can put her on your dental care. You can do all that without marriage, bro.
Okay, but girlfriend to me, that just seems like some, like, high school, college shit. Just gonna be honest.
Nah,
seems
you stopped yourself. I know what you were gonna say. The girlfriend stuff. You were gonna say the girlfriend stuff. That just seems like the natural. You stopped yourself.
No, because I'm saying it's not, like, it doesn't seem serious to me. It's not serious. It's like marriage is a more, like, serious thing.
But right? Who told you? But who told you that? Society?
It's just, like, obvious because, like, you're marrying someone. It's like a more serious commitment. It's not like a girlfriend.
Marriage is a legally binding contract.
Yes.
I like to have what do I always talk about on my channel? Freedom, free will. If
Okay,
the
good,
situation
good for you.
if the situation isn't going well, I like to have the freedom to leave.
And you can, like, you legally can. Is it not like was it
lose
illegal? It's not.
half
It's not
your
illegal.
money,
It's
and lose
illegal
half your
divorce.
money, half your assets. And that's why women want marriage, because they know if their relationship fails, they get something out of it.
It was not meant to be in the first place.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be in the first place, but the difference is if I'm married and it ends, I lose half my shit. Versus if we're not married, I don't lose anything. Except for the time I wasted, but, you know.
Yeah.
Triple Q, didn't you say you wanted to be rich earlier in the call? Imagine you have $1 million in your saving account, and then some bitch takes half of it because the relationship didn't work out, man. Wouldn't that piss you off? Why not
Even if it was anyone, like, people have scammed me before. When I bought I'm gonna be honest, when I've bought accounts, I've been scammed out $200.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy accounts.
What?
You want to know something? I said that's why I don't buy accounts. You want to know something funny? There's a black pillar.
That's why.
I don't even remember his name, but there was a black pill dude. He actually pulled a U. He was calling a chick on live stream. The chick was 19 years old. A 19-year-old, right? And she said that she's a virgin. A 19-year-old virgin. So, yeah, you already know how I reacted to that stream. So, I ended the stream, didn't think much of it. A chick DM'd me on Reddit. And she was like, hey, do you have like a Discord or Instagram or something? You seem intelligent, I want to talk to you more. I'm like, yeah, I'll give you my Discord. So we're talking, we're calling or whatever. She's 21 now. And eventually it dawned on me that you were the chick that was calling that black pillar. And I'm just like, why did you tell that man you're a virgin? I am a virgin. And I'm like, you do know that giving blowjobs is a sexual act, right? And she's like, it is? See, you're not a virgin. So you gotta know, to get the truth out of these chicks, bro, you gotta know how to speak to them. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, but that's like, even in sex ed, you learn there's oral, anal,
honestly,
vaginal.
But the thing is, dude, she didn't even know you can get an STD from oral. So I don't know if y'all are learning this now. I mean, I don't know what they're teaching people now. A lot of people don't know basic stuff anymore. But the whole reason I'm bringing this up is because, oh yeah, so the reason I'm bringing this chick up is because she was a scammer. She she used to tell me about all the people. She took a vacation scamming people. She bought a house scamming people. What she would do is she would go on OnlyFans and she would like steal people's videos and shit, and then she would like make fake profiles and have thirsty guys thinking that was her. And the crazy thing is, she was a good-looking chick herself, so she didn't need to use other people's shit. She could have just used her pictures to scam people. But she had low self-esteem, whatever. So yeah, she was a scammer. Now I know what you're gonna say. Well, Chris, man, you knew she was ruining people's lives, and you were still trying to fuck with her. Listen, man, she had a nice voice. She looked good. My mentality is, if you're dumb enough to get scammed, natural law wins. As a human being, you have an inner voice. If your inner voice tells you not to do something and you do it, you deserve what happens. So her scamming people didn't bother me because, you know, they put themselves in a position to get scammed in the first place. You feel me? But I ran into that YouTuber a couple of years later because he was making a video talking about women, and I'm like, dude, you don't know what you're doing. You let a 19-year-old girl get on your stream and lie to you and say she was a virgin. And then and the thing is, they were dating too. He denied they were dating. And I'm just like, bro, like, I met your girlfriend. Like, no. I met your girlfriend. No, bro. I met your girlfriend. I left it at that, but Triple Q, I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. A 19-year-old virgin. I gotta get off the internet, man. Like, this shit, like, people just be believing. I mean, Triple Q, do you believe there's 19-year-old virgins out there?
I don't know.
he didn't even want to answer that question.
No, because I no, I'm being serious. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Anyone can lie.
Exactly. Anybody can lie. Now, what do we do about this? What you can do, you're not going to want to do this, but I'm going to tell you anyways. You can go outside, you can get experience, so that way you're better equipped to be able to tell the truth from lies. That's what we can do about that. And if you do want to get married and have twins on a fucking barn somewhere, you want to have that with a woman you know who isn't lying, correct?
Yes.
You gotta get it. And listen, bro, I'm not telling you to go to the fucking red light district in your state and go fuck a bunch of whores. That's not what I'm saying. But you gotta at least be able to talk to girls you like, man. That rejection shit, fuck that shit. You may get rejected. You may get rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. But how are you gonna meet the unicorn if you're not putting yourself in the position to meet the unicorn in the first place?
What would I talk about?
Whatever you want to talk about. You play a game called Genshin, right? Talk to her about Genshin.
Oh.
Now, can you still hear me? Looks like you're messing with your phone.
What?
Can you still hear me?
No, it's just I got a call. Yeah, we need to wrap this up. Because I'm going to have to go soon.
Alright. We should definitely do a part 2 about this because I still have some shit I want to tell you. But we're going to wrap this up with, you need to get experience, man. You asked, what do I even talk about? Whatever you want to talk about, man. Talk about that game you play, Genshin, right? Get a woman interested in what you do. Talk about what... You've seen my videos. You've seen the videos where I have my girls on the call. What do I talk about? Whatever I want.
Okay. What do you mean? Like, you haven't done that recently?
Now, of course not, because recently my chicks have just been booty calls. See, it's a different... There's no reason to get a booty call in a stream. There's no reason, right? You don't treat booty calls like they're your girlfriends, and you don't treat your girlfriends like they're your booty calls. This is why we gotta do a part 2, because you gotta just learn the difference, man. But for right now, before we wrap this up, my final piece of advice to you is, fuck that rejection shit. You gotta talk to chicks, man. You don't have to talk to whores, but talk to the chicks you actually like. Talk to the chicks you actually have interest in. What do you talk about? Whatever you want to talk about. It's that simple. Because she's either gonna, again, women or cats, they're either gonna like you or they don't. But how will you know that if you don't go up and interact? You feel me?
Yes.
Triple Q's like, I don't want to do this. He's like, I don't want to do this. Trust me, man. I mean, if the first chick you talk to rejects you, it'll probably be a good thing, because now you got it out of your system and you see it really wasn't that big of a deal. He doesn't want to do it. Give it a try, man. Rejection isn't that big of a deal, bro.
Okay, but like I'm seriously getting like spam called now.
Yeah. I'll let you go, man. But try to talk to at least one woman before the month is over. All right, just try it. Can you give me one chick? Talk to one chick that you like before the month is over.
We'll see about that.
We'll see about that. All right.
Because there's no girls that I like that I can see.
We'll continue this in part 2. I've got stuff I want to say about that, but I'll let you go, man. I know I don't want your parents, oh man, they're gonna get you in trouble. So I'll let you go, man. I'll catch you later.
Okay. Bye.
Peace.